Au live, là actuellement les gars, si vous montez dessus, et une grosse en plus. Alors pour je vous jure, je suis phobique. Oh, il y a l'air des pirates.
You know that god.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god...
Now that you mention it, that's very evil god to harm Rex. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such?
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement.
Well, since we're going through with this right... So oh, come on. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in...
Fatui? They certainly...
Shh! Lower your voice.
Salut Jodan. Oui, je sais. J'étais malade.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow, rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Wesh. Comment ça se fait qu'il y a de l'huile devant toi?
Diamond needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how there's... Something feels off. Why would they suddenly... Could the Chising or... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
Ah, d'accord.
Exactly, right?
Tu n'as pas tort.
Seems like the rite of parting has been going on.
Tu n'as pas tort. D'accord. Excuse-moi.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the...
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
Ma mère, elle dit non.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must look. Will you stand with us at...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan.
Ah oui, et c'est une blague que j'ai beaucoup fait dans les derniers lives. Ainsi prend fin l'élocution de son éminence, la maigresse. Attention, moi je disais la merguez. Je sais pas pourquoi. Je sais pas, ça me semblait plus logique dans ma tête. Le G et le R, ils étaient inversés, ça faisait merguez. Après, je sais même pas c'est quoi une maigresse. Mais une merguez, je sais c'est quoi. Par contre, je suis obligé de le dire, Ningguang, la maigresse de Liyue, est nulle. C'est une merguez. Mec, je vais chez ma grand-mère. Ah, d'accord. Bah, d'accord. D'accord.
Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Ouais, c'est bien nous.
Yes, she really is looking.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price. You deserve that.
Whoa.
3 millions? Allez.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Voilà.
Roping you in was possible.
If you were looking...
The cleanup of...
D'accord. L'onglet. Il est où? Derrière vers la chute. Non, il est pas là. Derrière Madame Pink peut-être. Peut-être là, là.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions. And here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel more at ease? After... Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout.
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do the Archon Morak. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true.
Paimon thinks that
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by... Yes, the nation... The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue... is also the Shogun of Inazuma. People call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the... Zhongli, since you're...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessed?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your nose since Morax is dead. Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue. Well, I suppose we'll just...
Then, did you at least set some private...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti in the... I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has... Kuching is absolutely right in saying... Now, though I did... Could the original person who brought up the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager... I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient adept? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then.
Et bah Inazuma c'est niveau 30. Oh c'est triste je trouve moi. J'ai plein d'autres nouvelles quêtes là. Ah.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact...
We built the Jade Chamber? So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building material...
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be...
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have... Nevertheless, I do have a few The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are... They are as follows. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm...
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to... Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, I take the saying, time is money.
Hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from...
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I've heard some murmurings about some plastrite.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snapped.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a...
Ah d'accord.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you. Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information? The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly... Remember, this is a race against...
Jing Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily as it happens. We have some information.
No.
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand there? Oh, right, yeah.
You hear that? They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's
Ils ont des infos.
see what we can find out.
Ils ont des infos.
Ah, children, come, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no. You've... In fact, my old friends and I have been...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out. That simply won't do. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my son. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing. I will not go into too much detail, but subspeak the teapot that you entered previously.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is... but that's enough nostalgia.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the material. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer sort. You would have to dig down, but almost no. Even more. In any case, Smaragdus
Elle va me donner une baraque.
Goodness knows
Let's
if
go.
that child will succeed in...
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny...
Yes.
She counts? How come there's...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors.
Oh, c'est Yanfei.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you. You became one of Liyue before finally defeating a shame that we didn't meet soon. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address.
All right, Yanfei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question.
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time. And then after that, they had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis. Anyway, let's...
Is that so? Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no... Hold on.
Whoa, that's a really...
Commercial consultancy. Or... Krustle. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codice. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Oh, you want to join?
Wow. Best we be a...
Let's go, cette quête elle a l'air cool, moi je trouve. Hein. Mais là d'un coup on a masquette. Hein.
Catch the wind.
Catch the wind. Lui.
Mr. Crossell.
Oh, good, very good. All...
You're too kind.
Well, Miss Yanfei.
Wait!
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a... The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, in return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine.
Guaranteed genuine? With 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false? Yes, these terms are very...
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need to ensure fairness.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell.
Pas mal en appart, ça. Ah. Démon rebelle, je connais pas.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting...
The hairpins? I can't lend them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could... My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever... We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around. So we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be... That's what the hairpins were for, too. But now that I've lost the hair...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong set?
Would you really? I sent a commission...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow.
Huh? Well, I mean...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Jiqiao somehow. True. Though surely there must be a win-win.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must... Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take... And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of...
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jiqiao looks like...
However... All of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we... Whichever way you look at it, we've...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check with...
Seems right.
Please. Please, However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what
did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were... My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so...
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things.
Okay. Salut, monsieur.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too. You lost them? Are you...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mora, do you have any idea what I had to go through? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just it was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hairpins.
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or...
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hair?
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so...
What's the hurry?
Miss Yanfei, what is this about?
No. What I wanted to talk about is... there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may...
What do you mean? Are you implying that you...
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elements. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic... Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins...
No, not at all. I felt perfect.
Now that is strange. I noticed if I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in the...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Okay.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this.
Well then, since you're so experienced in...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But for...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track. It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain some...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address, and I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let...
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
D'accord.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable, I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this, but...
Miss Yanfei, I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of Geo. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. Also, the idea of someone abusing the... But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go... I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the... If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all...
Why, hello there, honored... Surely not more...
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services
A Snezhnayan merchant named... I do remember that. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But he was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought.
Do you have any leftover?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
C'est pas de la jadeite.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that, yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore.
Is that so? Well, we might as well So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep there may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost.
All right, let's focus up. We're going...
But, never mind, Shirto.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them.
Miss Yenfei.
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was...
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But...
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the...
Yes?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just a minor issue. Thank you, sir.
With this hard evidence to back...
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a...
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. But the amendments made by... As such...
So you help them make sense of the law?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle, because I've memorized... You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out... Oh, this has nothing to do with being in a...
Again, with that casual...
Well, that's that then.
Whoa. Oh, je l'aurais fait.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened?
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed...
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be...
Miss Sinxie, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he...
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction... Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedure. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The inlaid gemstone is...
Thank you, Sinxie. Now, could...
Sure. It isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a mind.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume some...
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip.
The weirdo with the snake around?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus... Once we have this final piece of evidence in our...
Blast!
Il habite quand le bougre, hein? Oh, c'est ce gars-là. Avec les 3 millions de moras pour le truc de l'éternité, là. M'en parlez même pas. J'ai envie de le chiffler quand il m'a annoncé son prix.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our... And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well. Now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some sharp...
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountain. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario... Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way. I suppose that you're a...
That is indeed the case. If you would be...
No trouble at all. It's just a... But after I gave him my... I wonder, Miss Yenfei.
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you for penning us that document.
You're too kind.
That Baizhu guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be...
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded.
Wonderful. Well then.
Of course. Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay?
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yan, I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore in...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence from the Jade Mystery. Clearly, this is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone...
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince...
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as...
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged... Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar... No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within... However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence... I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigation.
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear.
Huh? No, I...
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please.
He can't be seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had in... But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into but after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I went to Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from... I kept the real smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Chichao lost the hairpins after I rented them out.
Exactly! If they weren't the real...
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay...
10 times.
Crosel looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much...
There's no need. Even if the smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not.
Ms.
However, Mr. Crosel, since you...
What? But I... All right.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go, but whatever.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony.
Well, yes,
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crosel, it seems that my client has...
Actually, Mr. Crosel, I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair... If we could join forces, your jewelry design...
Well, that's that. And we've got the smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed... even though the solution didn't involve...
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability in Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor...
Paimon can think of someone who would
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a...
What's the hurry?
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find this? Good, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now.
Oh, you. Oh.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you... I've been looking into the laws of...
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean...
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father... Indeed she is. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted. Liyue is not the same place. All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single tea. There we go. This, so hold it firmly. If you were to take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a...
Ah oui. C'est un gadget? C'est un gadget! Oh! On prend quoi? On prend demeure flottante, pique émeraude. Oh ouais, île des prêcheurs, elle a l'air stylée. En vrai. C'est la meilleure config, hein, moi je trouve. Hein. L'île flottante, c'est déjà celle de la grand-mère. Par contre, j'ai soif.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger, huh? But there's just a whole load of nothing around. Paimon can't... Still. What? Oh, wait a sec.
No wish.
Well, it seems that we...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. Hang on a moment. Oh, call me. I suppose you may call...
So you're the little helper?
Madam Ping? Oh, you may leave all matters regarding... Your journey may be far from over. But though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, thus, we teapot spirits were created, you may consider me a butt. Now, allow me to... Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion...
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny had...
Yes, these are the... Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the... Then simply release the thought from your mind and...
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city.
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus, he said that even though subspace creation is a product of this world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal...
A golden-eyed adept?
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not dwell. If there's anything you...
Wesh. Ok, là je skip parce que clairement ça... Ah ouais. Et là, normalement, du coup... Ma petite établie. Ma petite établie de forgeron. Ah, c'est mon petit atelier, je l'ai mis derrière exprès, quoi.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but...
Oh ouais. Fabriquer des décorations. C'est état de fruits rentable. Wesh. Un bazar du roi. Wesh. Wow.
If you ever have any questions...
Donc si tu vas dans inventaire et que je sais pas moi je vais... Oh oui par contre là j'ai des... Wesh. Donc attends.
Maybe you...
Si je fais, je sais pas moi, la fabriquer les décorations, ça. Mais si je l'ai, je suis en train de le faire. Oh, let's go! T'inquiète, au revoir. T'inquiète, j'aménage, j'aménage. Attends, par contre, c'est... j'avais changé de configuration. J'aimerais le... Bazar du royaume, c'est quoi? Ah, au niveau 2 de confiance. Waouh, trop stylé. On pourra avoir des téléporteurs. Waouh. Les gars, je sens qu'en fait un jour on va en faire carrément un live entier où on va faire que de ça. Au revoir. T'inquiète. Comment on modifie? X, on va modifier tout ça. Annuler les modifications, on refait. Non, parce que c'était pas ce que je voulais faire. Et donc genre si je vais à l'intérieur, entrer dans la résistance qu'on appellera allez la Dragon Corp. Non, ça marche pas. L'Articorp. L'Articorp, c'est stylé, non? Bon, c'est la baraque à Diluc en mode vide et à moi. Où est-ce que je la ferai, ma chambre? Je pense ici ce sera ma chambre ici. Ici les gars, je fais ma chambre, ok? Alors ici ce sera la chambre, ici ce sera hall d'entrée. Enfin voilà, ici on mettrait une table. Ici je veux une table. Derrière, ici en fait on peut mettre la cuisine en dessous de l'escalier. Là moi je vois bien. Ah c'est là ma chambre. Là ça va être là ma chambre. Alors, regardez, là je ferai ma chambre. Là bon voilà la petite cuisine, on la met le long. Enfin voilà. Là en vrai du coup on mettra une chambre d'invité. Voilà. Comme ça c'est réglé. Faudra que je mette aussi un bureau. Le bureau il sera là. Le bureau il sera là. Ouais le bureau il sera là. L'étage je pense je vais peut-être. J'hésite à mettre ma chambre à l'étage. Ouais je vais clairement mettre ma chambre à l'étage les gars. Clairement. Je la mets là en fait ma chambre. En bas je sais pas ce que j'en ferai mais j'en ferai une zone de stockage hein, je pense. Une bonne zone de stockage. Ouais ici une deuxième chambre d'invité. Enfin une autre chambre d'invité. Ouais faut que Diluc il vienne dormir un peu aussi non? Pauvre Diluc. Bon déjà on va s'occuper d'un truc non parce que de maison après ça va être trop compliqué. Vous n'êtes pas d'accord? Ouais en vrai. Voilà par contre je me demande bien comment on les obtient ces trucs. Au niveau de confiance. Comme mon sub. C'est comme ça. Oh c'est comme ça. Oh c'est comme ça. Chiche. Waouh, trop bien. Je pense qu'en vrai les gars, moi ce que j'aimerais ce serait... Là il y a tout ce qui est entrepôt en paille, abri en paille, comptoir en pain. En vrai non, moi ce que j'aimerais ce serait... Je vois bien... Oh vieux puits stylé mais non bah non. Ah ouais ça. Non mais je retiens un peu ce qu'il y a non parce que là ouais c'est en pain. En vrai ça c'est pour dehors quoi. Ah c'est des chaises de salle à manger. Ouais en vrai. En vrai qu'est-ce qu'on prend? Moi j'ai envie de vous dire j'ai envie de prendre un lit. Il n'y a pas de lit. Il n'y a pas de lit. Eh je suis déçu, il n'y a pas de lit. Je suis déçu, il n'y a pas de lit. Là t'as tout ce qui est... Plan de décoration. Quand on obtient l'autre. Bon bah on va faire d'abord la salle à manger hein, j'ai envie de vous dire. T'inquiète pas pour moi. Bon, on va mettre la table à manger là dedans. Bah oui, faut bien la mettre quelque part la table à manger. Bon par contre après moi je vois bien un truc où on va faire un peu une ferme en mode comme dit Luc mais... Ouais on la met au centre. On est d'accord on la met au centre. Wesh. C'est quoi? Ah c'est des escaliers, c'est des aménagements. Grande décoration, petite décoration. Oh, je vais mettre Sayou. Sayou, t'es ma servite, t'es ma servante. Les gars, il me faudrait trop d'Iluc. Il me faudrait trop d'Iluc. Oh. Ah bah si, tu dégages. Oh. Payman, t'habiteras pas ici, c'est moi qui te le dis. D'accord. D'accord, d'accord, d'accord. Ouais, quitter. Par contre, je veux voir Sayou, frère. Oh, salut Sayou. Salut.
Hi. Well, I don't have to worry about being called to work all. Even if I sleep all the time, it's okay. Of course. And there are no... I like this place a lot.
Bah voilà, comme ça c'est bon les gars, on a un nouveau compagnon. Attendez, je suis mort. Je suis mort de rire. Bon par contre j'ai pas obtenu ma table, je suis déçu. Ah si, là. C'est des plombs. C'est pour faire... Allez. Oh, maximum de... J'ai... En fait, c'est que c'est des plans. Voilà, d'accord. Bah, je comprenais pas, je me disais aussi, c'était chelou. Il y avait un truc qui me perturbait. Je savais. Il y avait un truc qui allait pas. C'était trop cher. Oui, bah... Tiens. Voilà. Je vais faire un niveau de confiance. En fait, c'est vitesse d'activation actuelle, 8 heures. Par contre, du coup, j'ai toujours Sayou. T'inquiète, t'inquiète, bro. T'inquiète, t'inquiète. T'inquiète. J'ai posé ma table et je vais mettre Sayou qui met la table. Je serai ce sera genre, c'est mon frère qui met la table. Oh, ce qui serait trop bien, c'est de pouvoir mettre des objets dans les mains des persos. Ou peut-être tu fais genre un endroit, tu mets, je sais pas moi, Keia et Diluc en train de s'affronter à l'épée. Stylé quoi. Un autre côté, je sais pas, tu mets Paymon, Sayou, Barbara, Noël qui discutent. Non mais que ce soit dehors à l'intérieur, ce serait trop bien. Les gars, je pense qu'on peut faire. Je pense que c'est faisable. Donc ce que je pense que je vais faire, c'est qu'on va faire ça. Let's go. Mais j'ai vu personne parler de cette baraque sur les réseaux. Cette baraque que tu pouvais avoir. Personne m'en a jamais parlé. Ah d'accord. Bon bah de toute façon, allez hop. On est dans Zelda nous. Normal, bah logique. Oh ouais, ça c'est stylé en vrai. Oh c'est petit. Là. Et regardez du coup, maintenant, regardez. Il y a une table. Let's go, il y a une table. Et on va en mettre. Comme ça, c'est en mode... J'aimerais grandir. Ouais, je suis peut-être un peu trop grand pour toi là, non? Ouais, je t'ennuie, hein. Bah, attends. Oh, je suis mort. Je suis mes débarres de rire. Compagnon. Alors, hop là. Salut Wolfie. Ouais, je suis en train de faire des dingueries. Comment on fait pour pouvoir enlever elle là? Hop là, voilà. La meilleure des amies, non. Quelqu'un sait comment on peut... Comment on peut enlever Isayu, c'est pas grave, hein, mais... Oh, c'est un peu chiant, quoi. Non, tu peux pas t'en enlever, très bien. Allez, bye, je te laisse avec ta table. Puisque tu dis abuse-temps. Et tu mettras le couvert, hein. Je viens manger ce midi, Isayu. Et je suis mort, il y a plein de trucs il y a plein de trucs faisables maintenant avec ça. Ah ouais. Moi mon truc c'est ça. Waouh. En plus j'ai un style de maison comme ça en plus. Ah. Au revoir Tabi. Bye. Moi j'y vais. Comment on fait pour y aller? Bonne question. Ah non mais c'est pas ce que je voulais faire moi. Oui par contre il y a un truc que je me pose comme question si tu vas dans Théa. Oh t'as des... Tu veux voir? Non t'inquiète, je fais confiance mais en vrai c'est chaud. Fabriquer une teinture, fabriquer un tissu. Bah let's go. Ouais je vais m'amuser comme un petit fils. On passe tout le live dessus, je m'en fous. Fabriquer un tissu. Tissu. D'accord. Présentoir, un paravent. Oh ouais. Grande taille. Une table de chevet. Ah, une table de calligraphie carrément. Ah ouais, ça, il te manque des élixirs et tout et tout. Ça, c'est de l'élixir rouge qui manque. Je deviens comme un petit fou, moi. J'ai vu le truc en mode tu vas avoir une baraque. Oh, ouais. Alors là, je me demande, si mon frère est bien, il va me déboîter. S'il vient sur le live et qu'il voit que j'ai mis Sayu comme servante, il va me déboîter. Oh, c'est ça qui fait les teintures bleues. Les teintures bleues, ça va devenir rare pour moi. Oh, ouais, tu peux faire tout ça. Ouais, là par contre, il me manque du bois. Ah ouais. On va faire une table comme ça. Bah ouais, mais... Tenir maintenant. Pas ce qu'il faut faire, mais... Mais voilà. J'ai encore fait la bêtise. J'adore faire des bêtises. Mec, tu veux voir ou pas? En vrai, vas-y. Vas-y. Enfin, un appart quand même non plus. Alors, hop. Let's go! Ouais, moi, faut aussi que je personnalise ma maison. Le bazar du royaume. Qu'est-ce que j'ai moi comme pièce? Ah oui, j'ai quand même beaucoup de pièces. Hein. C'est de parfumer. On va s'amuser. T'inquiète. 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 Pas du tout en train de... Paimon, la meilleure des amies. C'est une blague. Oh, je vais mourir. Non, mais ça commence à devenir un appart. Ah! Ah oui, d'accord. T'as vraiment plus de place? Plus de place. En mode. T'as si peu de place. Ah, par contre, tu peux... Comment? Attends, est-ce que tu sais comment on peut enlever des meubles? Il y a des meubles que j'aimerais enlever, en fait. Voilà. Si tu sais comment on fait par pur hasard. Par pur hasard. En vrai, je suis chaud la prochaine fois ce qu'on met. On essaie de choper Diluc avec Otao et tout là. Et on fait une maison. Barbara, je suppose qu'elle pourrait habiter dedans, en vrai. Si Sayu, elle est en... Si, j'en ai encore un peu. Ah, Wolfie, tu sais... Oh! Chiche, je me prends même les pieds dans mes cartons. Tu sais comment on fait pour enlever les meubles là-dedans? Là, j'aimerais bien enlever la table et Sayu pour pouvoir remplacer par un bon gourou, tiens. Ah, ouch. Ah, en vrai, on va déplacer Sayu, en vrai. Il y a Paymon aussi. Wesh. Oh, on peut mettre Paymon. C'est quoi, Paymon? On te met dans les escaliers. Nion, nion, nion. Ça c'est, je te jure, elle fait ça comme des, c'est, waouh. Attends, au pire, on la met en train de discuter avec... Attends, rotation. Hop, hop. On les met à discuter, en vrai. Bon, en attendant, par contre, j'avais dit que je voulais mettre une table. Mais non! Tu t'es annulé les modifications, dans ce cas-là. Non, non. Let's go. En gros, moi ce que je voudrais, ce serait un truc genre... Oh, ça. Ok. Compagnon. On va mettre Paymon. C'est qui donne? Salut Paymon. Salut Sayu. Vous discutez bien? Pourquoi vous asseyez pas? Quoi? Simon, qu'est-ce qu'il y a là, Simon? Salut Paymon.
Traveler, anything interesting you... We should get something tasty to eat. Ooh, okay.
Pierre.
Super Paymon Tornado.
C'est quoi ça? Attendez, je suis mes débarres de rire là. Attendez, faut que j'arrête de m'extasier dans tout. Les gens ils vont finir par se demander si je fais pas exprès. Tiens, un petit siège, ça c'est pour Paymon. Ah, ou Sayu. On le met pour Sayu ça en vrai. Voilà. Ornement. On a quoi dans... Va dans tes amis et demande à visiter ma sérénité hier. D'accord. Je suis chaud, je vais le faire. Par contre, Sayu, faut t'asseoir. Yo Jodan. T'as vu? Regarde, il y a Paymon. Attends, il y a un dialogue qu'il faut absolument que je te montre, Jodan. Regarde. On joue à ah, à propos des chiens et des chats. Bah tiens, changer de truc. Attendez, non, alors déjà le dialogue d'avant, t'avais le droit à un Super Paymon Tornade. Super Brain Tornado. Déjà, j'étais mort de rire. Attends, si tu préfères les chats ou les chiens? Je préfère Paymon. Non, j'aime pas Paymon.
That's cheating. Wait, no, Paimon's not a pet.
Ah oui, j'avais pas vu cette ref là. J'avais pas vu dans ce sens-là le truc. Attends. Donc en gros, c'est tu préfères les chats ou les chiens? Moi, je préfère Paymon. Ah bah large que je préfère Paymon. Attends, là, c'est pas du jeu. Attends. Bon, on va voir la maison de Wolfie. Non, parce que moi, j'ai rien. Alors, on va aller dans Amis. On va aller dans Wolfie. Wolfie. Comment tu fais pour demander un truc? Donc, on a visité la sérénité hier. Allez. Allez.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Le gars qui force. Waouh, je peux pas. Oh, c'est dommage. Wolfie. Faut que je demande. Faut que je fasse ça là. Et à un moment, ça va me TP. Pourquoi ça veut pas? C'est de rejoindre la série intérieure de ce jeu à décoration en cours de placement. C'est-à-dire?
Come on, let's get moving.
C'est-à-dire? Je n'abandonnerai pas. Je n'abandonnerai pas. Oh, hier, je suis allé voir Thor Love and Thunder, il était trop cool. Oui, bon, c'est pour ça que j'ai pas live hier soir. Oui, bon. Oui, je préfère aller au cinéma. Bah oui, bah logique. Sérénité hier, sérénité hier, sérénité hier. Wolfie.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Naruto Shippuden, c'est de la OEE. Pas compris. Wolfie. Pourquoi ça veut pas? J'essaie une dernière fois. Monter à visiter la sérénité hier. Oui. Confirme. Vache. C'est de la vache, t'aimes pas? Waouh. T'aimes pas? Moi j'adore, c'est dommage. Bah regarde. Un cours de placement. Apparemment t'es en train de faire du placement de meubles. Je sais pas. Donc, on réessaye. On réessaye. Confirmation en attente. Impossible de rejoindre la scène intérieure de ce jeu avec relation en cours de placement. C'est qui? Accepté. Attends, mais toi ça a marché. What? Ah bon, t'aimes les pommes de terre, Jordan? Faut rentrer. C'est à l'intérieur que c'est drôle, Wolfie. Je t'attends à l'intérieur de la maison. Moi je suis petit, moi je suis caché. Wolfie. Ah, Wolfie est arrivé. Oh, je suis caché. Je suis hyper bien caché. Je Jamais de la vie va me trouver. Oh, je suis trop bien caché. Je suis trop bien caché. Jamais de la vie tu me trouves, Wolfie. Pas possible. Je sais que je suis vraiment trop bien caché hein, en fait. Oh, j'ai des trucs dans mon passe. Ouh, j'avais pas vu. Attends. Et les cubes. Ah. Excuse-moi, Wolfie. Tiens, regarde, ta soeur jumelle en face. Attends, je suis mort. En plus, tu t'es mis en saillou hein, pour venir. T'as tout taillé Mia. Vraiment. Ouais, il faut que j'économise pour Utao, moi. Paymon, tu as un truc intéressant à me raconter? À propos de la perle des servants. Si tu as mon ça dès qu'il y a quelque chose qui t'arrive, pas préparer ou indiquer quoi que ce soit, si tu te retrouves face à quelque chose qui ne peut pas te créer un truc. Et tout ce qui t'en fait, ça va balayer en un instant. Alors c'est comme ça que ça marche, pratique. Ouais, pratique. T'appelles Noël. Et paf, elle a fait le ménage. Je suis mort. Attends, vraiment elle est chelou, Payman. Je veux avoir. Oui, 2 minutes. À propos de Razor, t'es amoureuse. À propos des goublets. Il paraît que les goublets sont une forme d'adaptation. Ouais, bon là tu deviens chiant, Paymon. Bon, Wolfie, on veut voir ta maison. Your house, your house, your house, your house. Évite de péter la mienne aussi, s'il te plaît. Non, non, ça me fait pas rire. Paymon gâteau. Paymon gâteau. Ok. Je me prépare à demander de rentrer dans la sérénité de Wolfie. Wolfie. Est-ce que c'est bon? C'est bon, tu la reçois ou pas à chaque fois Pourquoi ça me dit impossible de rejoindre ce joueur? Tu places des meubles? Taco. C'est bon. Non, 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 c'était des bugs, d'accord. Du coup, ça devrait être des bugs. Il est quelle heure? Oh merde, faut que je bouffe. Oh, pardon. Bon, les gars, on regarde vite fait sa maison. Puis, attention. Oh, déjà, dès que je vois ça, les gars, dès que vous voyez ça, ça veut dire qu'il a vraiment bien fait sa maison. Et oui, en effet, il est vrai. Oh, il y a Gourou. Oh, tu l'as mis dès le début. Oh, cool. Ah, elle est là, ta forge à toi. Ouais, tu vois, je m'extasie déjà. Ouais, lui, il a fait maison Liyuen. Mais t'as la Shogun, dis donc. T'as la Shogun ou pas, du coup, Wolfie? Il y a un petit... Oh, il y a un petit chat. Oh, il y a un petit chat. Il y a même un petit chien. Et il se bagarre pas. Oh, ça c'est cool. L'art de l'épée. Oui, bah bonjour, c'est bon, je te laisse te maquiller, fais ce que tu veux. Y'a rien? Ah ouais, c'est que ça doit vachement être compliqué quand même de garder sa maison, non? Oh, une lumière. Oui, le chien, désolé, excuse-moi, je t'ai porté, ouais, ça te déranger. Let's go voir là-haut. Déjà, je vois que t'as des meubles. T'as plus de meubles que moi. Waouh. Belle maison. Belle maison, non, les gars? Enfin, toujours plus belle que la mienne, en tout cas. Il y a un gars... Oh, il y a... Tu dérailles, là. T'as même des... Oh, ouais, mais... Ah oui, mais ok. Il y a des canapes. Il a des canapes. Oh, moi, c'est bon. C'est bon, je passe ma vie sur ce canapé. Ce canapé est ma vie. Regarde derrière toi. Ouais, il y a une couverture. Oh, il y a un lit. Faites-moi dormir. Bon, maintenant, on va voir dehors. Parce qu'il doit quand même y avoir des trucs dehors. Non. Il y a la forge, déjà. Ça fait un truc. Ups. Hop là, ah oui, bah oui, il y a des pierres. Ah, et derrière, il y a des trucs. Là-haut, il y a un truc. Il y a un truc là-haut. Oh, des pierres, il y a... Il y a Paymon. Bah, salut Paymon. Comment vas-tu? C'est quoi ça? L'heure de la fête. Faudra vraiment que je pense à décorer plus à l'intérieur.
Time for a light show.
Attends, je mange un truc, hein. Pas comme si elle avait plus de vie. Et bon, au revoir Paymon. De toute façon, je t'ai pas aimé, moi je t'aime pas. Oh, il y a un truc derrière encore. Oh ouais. Non mais... Ah non mais d'accord, c'est que t'as fait toutes les configs. T'as toutes les configs. Non. Me dis pas que t'as toutes les configurations. Bah là c'est surprise, mon... Wesh. Y a un truc là-haut ou pas? Ah. Ah d'accord, c'est qu'on peut pas. Parce qu'il y a une carte pour là. Ah ouais, stylé. T'as une carte sur ta sérénité hier, what? Ah bah dis donc. Il y en a des trucs, hein. Oh, t'as commencé à faire une forêt autour. J'avais pas remarqué. Stylé. Moi, je ferai une forêt de roches. Ici. Ça sera stylé. Oh, en mode la maison. Attends, je te suis, hein. Cool en vrai, hein.
Time to act.
Mais t'as tous les persos que je... Oh, c'est bon. Oh, elle fait des feux d'artifice. Oui, c'est là que tu... Ok. Bah, comparé à mon île, c'est beaucoup plus réglo. Bon, les gars, de toute façon, moi, je vais devoir arrêter... là. Je vais arrêter là. Pourquoi vous allez me demander, mais... Faut que je mange. Cet après-midi, je dois encore aller bosser, moi. Donc voilà. Comment on fait pour quitter les îles des autres? Comment on fait pour quitter? Tu sais comment on fait pour quitter? Gros. Non? Bon, attends. Il est où, Wafi? Oh, il a fait. Je veux quitter la sérénité hier, moi aussi. C'est bon. Et bon, et bon, et bon. Un petit jeu, d'accord, oui, bah c'est ce que je viens de voir. Alors, on va vite fait voir si le niveau 2 de confiance on peut l'atteindre ou pas. Voir s'il n'y a pas un truc à faire. Et puis après, sinon, moi, les gars, c'est que je dois manger. Eh bien, oui, parce que bah, moi, cet après-midi, je bosse. Oui, le lapin. Il y a un lapin. Ah, salut les mules. Salut les mules. Je ne peux plus accéder à ma sérénité, moi. Oui, et toi? Non, c'est pas possible. Pas possible, Wolfie. Que t'aies 14 ans, c'est possible. Mais que tu bosses en Super U, dans ces cas-là, c'est pas possible. Si t'as 18 ans et que tu bosses en Super U, là, c'est un peu plus plausible. Mais ça collerait pas, à moins que t'aies arrêté les études. Voilà. Très clairement pour moi. Bah. Mon ventre il gargouille de fou. C'est pas facile de... Si les duels, moi, mon entreprise ferme pendant 3 semaines, je suis en vacances là. Ah, t'es en vac. Enfin, t'es en... Ouais, t'es en vacances. Chanceux. Je pense que c'est en fabriquant les décorations. Cabine de marchand rouge en cèdre. Tu travailles? T'as quel âge toi? Moi je travaille pas. Je suis un gosse qui a alors ça peut être pris pour la fac. Ouais bon 8-9 hein. J'ai 12 ans et demi. Mon truc t'as un bon 12 ans. Je sais pas plus. Oui, je bosse, je déménage. C'est que je déménage, donc j'aide mes parents. Voilà. Ah, moi, au premier abord, ça me semblait logique, hein. Enfin, c'est en fait, c'est que j'en ai déjà parlé à... J'en ai déjà parlé ici, moi, normalement. C'est pour ça que je pensais que... C'est que t'étais pas là avant, c'est ça. Aime bien le contexte aussi. Oui, mais j'ai pas... Ouais, c'est vrai, j'ai pas expliqué. J'aimerais bien aller devant, sur le devant de ma maison. Ah bah voilà. Le devant de ma maison, il est là. Et là, par contre, on va pouvoir mettre des beaux trucs sur ça. Derrière combien je viens de commencer le jeu, je suis 28, bientôt 29 je crois. C'est le but, une jungle, c'est le but, mais c'est que c'est le but. Là sur le côté, je dois faire une forêt moi. Eh ouais, dans tous les compagnons, là, je peux en mettre un deuxième ici. Eh, vous savez quoi, j'ai envie de mettre Ningguang. Rotation. Parfait. Par contre, je sais pas où on achète les animaux. Hein. Alors, les mules, ça sert à R, certes, mais c'est en mode, c'est quand tu veux te détendre, quand t'as fait trop de missions, tu en mode, ah, c'est bon, vas-y, ça m'a saoulé. Et que tu commences à plus avoir envie de jouer à Genshin. Et là, tu te rappelles qu'il y a la sérénité que tu peux te poser, t'as plein de récompenses à prendre dedans. Enfin voilà. Et en plus, non, alors ça sert pas à R parce qu'en plus ça te donne des primogèmes. Donc puis en plus moi je trouve ça trop stylé de pouvoir faire son propre truc. Regardez. J'ai ma propre espèce de minimum. Tu peux te détendre en arrêtant de jouer. Oui, aussi, mais... Oh, oh ouais, en vrai, ça va trop stylé. Hop, j'ai planqué dans les pierres. Non, 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 oh, je vais planquer dans les pierres. Là, moi, je suis planqué. Et oui, tu peux aussi... Oui, bah logique. Bah, logique. Après, c'est si t'as toujours envie de jouer. Mais que... Tu veux plus faire une mission. Ça te saoule, c'est bon. Même si moi, je suis quelqu'un qui veut que faire une mission. Ça, c'est différent. Moi, je suis que à R42. Ouais, comparé aux autres filles. Regarde, en plus, ça... Regarde. Regarde. Regarde, alors... Paf, 60 primogèmes à chaque niveau. Et t'en as 10. Et en plus, regarde, ça te permet de construire ton propre palace. J'ai envie de te dire. Moi perso, j'hésite pas, hein, je saute sur l'occasion. Ah ouais, bah oui, mais là c'est différent, poteau. Moi, sans acheter, j'en suis déjà là, alors j'ai envie de te dire.
If you ever have any...
Tu fais de la vis... ouais. je suis à la salle 3 de l'étage 3. Mais non, ça passe pas. Avec mes persos, ça passe pas. Ça passe pas. Hein?
Hello. Is there some matter of importance you would...
Je suis pas élevé.
This is a comfortable environment, much like the days in the Jade Chamber. Oh, an environment can't be judged. I sense the time, or to put it another way.
C'est cool que ça te plaise, Yingong. Moi, je suis heureux que ça te plaise. Hein. Ouais, moi, je trouve ça trop stylé. Voilà. La petite forêt. Faudra que je mette des bancs, des trucs comme ça, mais... Bon, moi j'avais prévu de m'en arrêter là parce qu'il faut que j'aille manger, sinon j'aurais rien mangé. Il va falloir que je tienne tout l'après-midi, voire un peu plus. Donc, ouais. Et oh, j'ai Yelan, 100 € pour l'arc de Yelan, 50 pour Yooo et Mia. Et j'ai un seul, d'accord. Attends, non, t'es étage 12. Ouais, fille, on n'a pas la même vie, wesh. Ah non, moi oh. C'est comme j'ai du niveau 50, hein. Par contre, oui, ça fait quand même 150. Il est mieux. Après, c'est pas grave, hein. Chacun fait ce qu'il veut de son argent. Très clairement, moi aussi, je pourrais en mettre. Hein. Pas que j'ai une carte bleue, mais c'est en mode j'ai assez. Je sais que les artefacts, ça change la vie. Oui, bah regarde. Ah, quand il y a un artefact, je suis quand même bien, moi. Hein. Par contre, elle, je peux changer. Hein. Oui, je sais que je sais pas non plus les meilleurs artefacts, mais quand même, on s'en rend bon compte. Enfin bref. Ah ouais, Wolfie, ouais, d'accord. Tu bouges pas de ouais. Bon les gens, on va s'arrêter ici quand même, parce que bah, je me doute bien que c'est un niveau 100 quand même. Hein. Ils sont au niveau 45 rien qu'à l'étage 3. Bon allez, moi je dois y aller les gens, non, parce que c'est pas que je veux arrêter le live, mais c'est qu'il faut que j'arrête le live. Donc bye.